As the Philadelphia team comes in number 3 in terms of fast break points per game. Of course, Phoenix encountered the number 1 fast break team on Wednesday in Milwaukee. Yeah, they've got, as you mentioned, a couple of good individual defenders, but they've really become a good team defending club as Embiid on the face-up. You can see Chris Paul telling D.A.
Can't let him just saunter through a game.
Leader inside off the mark. D.A. with the rebound. CP3, 28 points, 10 of 20 from the field as the Suns turn him over. Booker meeting Embiid at midcourt.
That's a gift.
Talked in particular about the composure displayed by his team coming into the locker room at the half as Kaminsky comes up short on that corner 3. Pretty much the way, every way they wanted to as well, that made them feel confident. Embiid on the face.
Just wait, he's just playing with him to make him drop his hands, and DeAndre's got to lead those hands up to make him make another decision.
Suns turn it over, leads to the easy run out for Simmons. Yeah, looked for a moment like he kind of slipped. Comes back. The worse for the wear as Embiid misfires there. He was relatively quiet, and much of the credit going to Simmons, and that's what Doc Rivers has raved about all season long. As Embiid rattles in the 3. Finances and resources during the offseason to get himself to be in prime position. High arching 3 from McHale, misfiring badly on that one.
And let's see if they can pick up the pace here, spread the Sixers out, bring them out on the perimeter. That will help Devin Booker maybe have a better lane to the basket. But his decision was the right decision. He made it.
Now looking more comfortable coming off of the bench as Embiid stumbles but still managed to get it up and in. His numbers all dropped kind of across the board, but it is clear now in his games off the bench, at least for the time being, he is much more comfortable, averaging nearly 12.5 points per game.
Double Dutch is like social distancing. You know, that rope is so long.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you a Double Dutch guy?
No, I was a hopscotch guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cameron Payne inside. That'll get blocked by Embiid, but score the hoop. Goaltend at nearly 11.5 per game. He's 4th in this league in scoring.
And here's the amazing part, right? Because in an era where the center has been kind of erased.
Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times. Embiid shooting over the top. Bridges couldn't get the clean handle on it. Knocked up, knocked around, and Embiid stays with it 3 times. Here is Curry able to knock down the mid-range, and he needed that, his first field goal. 2 weeks to really start to fully recover. You and I have talked during the course of the season that
trapping if they're have 2 guys close to the ball.
Suns with their biggest lead. Embiid with a knockdown mid-range as Kaminsky hit the deck. Suns quick pass up ahead to Book. Tied up, drops it off to DA, runs the floor, and there you go. Philadelphia team trying to avoid back-to-back losses. They've only had one streak longer this season as they dropped 3 straight back in early January. Chris Paul and Monty Williams were adamant that that should not be the case. They get it corrected. Embiid rely on the 3-ball yet this afternoon. Suns are 3 of 11. Philadelphia 2 of 11. Embiid on the face-up. Now the bench provided a big lift in the first half. They had 29 bench points. Embiid tries to bull his way to the rim. Saric holds him off.
K-Ray, you and I work too hard, man, to work on our bodies, man, not to allow the masses to see what kind of shape we're in.
He says, yes, more of that, Mr. Johnson, please. A lot of people had the pandemic back there for a while. Crowder, step back 3, won't get it. Embiid clears.
They're going to go to Embiid to try to stabilize. Either he, and they got the group out there where all the attention is going to be to Embiid, without a doubt.
On the spin and the delivery.
That's impressive.
Yeah, 7 feet, 280. And it is now a solid 280 as he takes the elbow jumper and rattles it in. 11 off the bench this afternoon for E'Twaun Moore. And boy, this Suns bench has stepped up in a big way. 41 bench points for Phoenix to 13 for Philly.
Timeout from Doc Rivers said, you know what, I'm going to get guys around Embiid. We're going to go to him every time. So far, it's paid dividends.
Dario slips down the lane, gets the finish nonetheless.
Dario Saric.
Embiid puts it in the floor. Saric, great hands, pokes it away. Up ahead to Crowder, who hammers it down. Yeah, Dario played that straight up as we had 2 different looks at it. But Monty will hang on to the challenge with 6:30 to go here.
Eventually he got his way. And ball don't lie.
7-point Phoenix lead. Here's Harris. Drops it down inside to Embiid. Facing up. Takes the fade. Here's the handoff to Harris. Embiid off the elbow miss. Yeah, Embiid with 3 fouls. They've got 1 to give. Embiid on the drive. Do a little contact. Won't get that whistle. Philanthropic projects going on in addition to leading this team as Embiid with a tough step back 3.
And by the way, mixed in with a few bad shots. We don't see bad shots from Devin Booker right now. Devin Booker knows the science of scoring now, and he knows he doesn't have to exhaust a ton of energy to get 30, and he's doing it with regularity.